Alrighty, today we're going to be modifying this upper arm. Now this is an aftermarket, it's a 4x4 arm, and the reason we're going to be modifying it is because from this bush here to this point, it's too short, so it gives us too much drive line angle. Now, it's been like that for a while now, but because of the diesel in it, these unis just can't handle being on this angle with the amount of torque going through it. So we're going to chop this arm up and see if we can fix this angle, and at the same time, because this uni's buggered up again now, we're going to be putting a Holden Commodore rear uni in it, and that should strengthen it up. Like a Commodore is about 1800 kilos, and they've got a V6 and a V8 Commodore engine that they run through them drive lines. So that uni will be plenty big enough. Super common uni joint. So I was going to go something like a Hilux or something, but I still want a weak link. Like, I'd rather bust unis than start doing axles or start doing diffs or something like that. So that's why I've never ever changed these, because I'd rather do these than do axles. But this will be the 6th rear uni I've put in this since putting the motor in, and quite frankly I'm getting sick of putting unis in it. So the front one doesn't seem to do it as bad, because that uni angle there isn't as great as this one here. So if I can just pivot the whole diff up a little bit, that's going to fix probably 80% of our problem, and then we'll just put a bigger uni in the back here, which should we shouldn't have to look at this issue again. Now, moving that arm back is obviously going to pivot the wheel back slightly, which is going to give us more clearance here. So I do want to run 33s on that. I was going to go pick them up in the next few weeks, so that is going to be helping that situation too, because a 33 would obviously hit the front here, and I don't want to cut the front out because it'll make the wheelbase shorter. I'd rather cut the back out, which I've got heaps of material on the car to do so. Now with that 33s as well, I'm hoping I don't have to, but we might have to make new control arms to suit. So when we modify that rear top A-frame arm, I'm going to make it so you can adjust it heaps further back, just so I don't have to redo it when we go to the bigger tyres. From memory, I did this up super tight, so it'll be interesting to see if I can even get it off. I think I might have to pull the whole arm out. I can't undo this nut, so I'll have to put it in the vise, undo that nut, screw this rose joint or whatever you want to call it back in as far as it'll go, and then we can work out the distance we've got to extend it by.
much longer do you have to make?
I want to pull this out, clean it up, put it back in the car, screwed right in. I'm actually really surprised that unscrewed. Michael's one, when we put his in his car, it flogged the thread out in there.
Yeah, the nut must have
Yeah. And mine came loose once, and I was like, oh, I'll put the double nut on it, and it fixed it. So I'll quickly clean up that thread and screw it all back in as far as it'll go. Something like that. I might just clean the end of that up quickly. Alright, that's as far in as I want it to be. I've still got about 5 mil I can screw it in further. So you want some adjustment going back in. So now we'll put it back in, work out our pinion angle, and that's how much longer we need to extend it. So I've jacked it up to where I think the pinion angle should be, and it's near enough straight there. So what I'll do now is I'll just get my tape measure and I'll measure the difference between the two holes. And we got 40 mil. 40 mil to the center of our holes, so that's good. I did roughly guess about 40 mil, so. You got 31, no. Yeah, 31.6. Probably not quite the right size. .6, which is 1.25 inches. That's tail shaft. Yeah. 32. That'll be right. 31.9, so that's the right size. That's why I always keep them, because they're odd sizes. And I only use them where I Alright, so we got that cleaned up pretty good. Now that should hit into there, and that's what we're gonna lengthen 40mm. So it'll run into looking like that, something welded back onto that to brace it, and then that'll be inside there and just something like that. Just double check my measurement. Alright, I've got that all tacked up in the position that I want, so now we can fully weld it. Alrighty, now she's all painted and done. Now we can install it back in the car. Well, there we have it. It's all bolted in, all fitted up nice and all aligned properly. So I was a little bit worried when I welded it, because I put a bit of heat into it, I was going to distort it and it would have kinked off to one side, but it actually turned out alright, and I still got heaps, so I can still screw the pinion back down. So I actually made this 5mm shorter than it was, so it ended up being a 35mm extension from factory. So, and as you can see, our shaft is a lot straighter now. Tiniest bit of angle on it now, but the top one's heaps straighter as well, so super happy with that. Probably should grease it more often too. It's a bit chewed out, isn't it? Big time. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that's all fixed now. That's actually something I've wanted to do for ages. Like, that's just an off-the-shelf kit that I've got in the back of this. It's a 4x4 arc kit, and it just, the pinion angle is never right from the very beginning, but since putting the diesel in the front, like I said earlier, it just chews out them unis in the bottom. So I'm happy that's done. Now, we didn't end up putting the Commodore rear uni in the drive shaft, just simply because we ran out of time. So Dad just put a used uni in the back for me, just a standard one, and it'll be interesting to see if that makes a difference with such a great change, which I reckon it will, because it's near enough straight at the bottom now, and the top one's got next to no angle on it as well. So we'll just see how that goes for the next few months, and hopefully it doesn't chew it out as quick. So now next weekend, Suzuki 4x4 Club Victoria are going to be running it's like a 2-day full drive sort of thing. It's their end of year breakup, I think it's called. And so we're going to be tagging along, and I think Matt and Mike might be coming along as well. And there's going to be a whole different variety of Suzukis and whatnot going. So that's going to be pretty awesome. So stay tuned for that. All right, thanks for watching.